Days start to pass and Max learns a lot about the local culture, like the fact they're playing his thoughts on TV as if it was a movie. The locals are also taught that they live inside the planet, not on its surface, and there are no other planets or stars. History says that the unknown father stopped the war against the rebels known as degenerates with the towers and saved the country. Guy is very enthusiastic about wanting to defend his home and invites Max to become a guard as well. Since Max has no ID or documents, Guy has to convince Commander Chachu to allow Max to join. First he has to go through training, so Max learns the chant and joins mission trials, during which he must run through areas on fire and shoot at signs representing degenerates. Max is an excellent shot but his companion isn't, so Max gives him a few tips to pass the test. However, later Guy scolds him privately, telling him to never do that again because their superiors demand discipline. When they're at home, Max exercises hard while Guy asks him questions about the rule book to test his memory. Sometimes they also spar. In his free time, Max hangs out with Rada and they eventually kiss. When Max is finally accepted into the army, he joins his first raid in rebel lands. The soldiers storm into the buildings with the utmost brutality, using bombs and kicking people along the way. Max is shocked to discover that the so-called rebels are just terrified normal humans and immediately drops his gun. While the others arrest them, a rebel comes out of hiding and opens fire on them, but he's quickly knocked down and Chachu starts kicking him just for fun. Afterward, Max watches how dozens of normal humans are brutally arrested and pushed into trucks. Chachu asks him why he dropped his weapon and Max explains the word degenerate had made him think he would see wild beasts, not just poor citizens. Chachu begins insulting the rebels and calls them trash but does admit they feel pain like everyone. However, Max explains he doesn't feel pain at all. Later the fathers judge the rebels while flashing very hot and bright lights at them. Some prisoners deny any rebel activity, while others insult the fathers as they point out all the people they've killed. Depending on their attitude, some prisoners are sent to do daily work and others are executed. A rebel shows them the mechanical arm he had to get after the guards cut his, and the fathers punish him by putting him inside a suit filled with a gas that burns his skin. Max has to